undefeated genius, a master of precision whose defensive brilliance had made even elite champions look ordinary. Across from him stood Zab Judah, the explosive southpaw from Brooklyn, whose speed, confidence, and devastating left hand convinced many that he possessed the exact tools capable of troubling the sport's most complete technician. For years, people had debated whether anyone could match Mayweather's reflexes. Tonight, Judah believed he had the answer. As the opening bell echoed through the arena, there was no frantic exchange of punches. Instead, both men searched for information, measuring distance with cautious footwork and sharp eyes. Every jab carried a purpose. Every feint invited a reaction. Judah struck first with impressive speed, sending crisp left hands through openings that few opponents had ever found against Floyd. Suddenly, the crowd sensed something unexpected. Mayweather wasn't dictating the pace. He was studying, calculating, absorbing valuable information, while Judah's confidence continued to grow with every clean connection. The challenger looked comfortable, relaxed, and fearless. For the first time in years, the undefeated favorite appeared forced into unfamiliar territory. The opening rounds belonged to uncertainty, and for boxing fans watching around the world, one question quietly grew louder. Had Zab Judah finally discovered the blueprint to defeat the sport's most untouchable champion? Champions are not defined by perfect nights. They are defined by what happens when perfection disappears. Through the early rounds, Zab Judah looked every bit like the man capable of pulling off one of boxing's biggest upsets. His lightning-fast left hand repeatedly interrupted Mayweather's rhythm, while his lateral movement denied Floyd the clean angles he usually created with ease. Each successful exchange energized Judah and forced the audience to reconsider everything they believed about the unbeaten superstar standing across the ring. For a brief moment, the impossible no longer seemed impossible. It looked real. But inside Floyd Mayweather's corner, panic never existed. Experience spoke louder than emotion. Instead of chasing Judah's speed, Floyd began changing the geometry of the fight. His feet became calmer, his timing sharper, and his patience more deliberate. Rather than throwing combinations out of frustration, he waited for mistakes. Little by little, Judah's explosive attacks became predictable. Each missed punch carried a hidden cost, draining precious energy while revealing small defensive openings. Mayweather no longer fought the pace Judah wanted. He quietly built one of his own. The momentum shifted almost invisibly. A perfectly timed lead right hand slipped through Judah's guard. A counterhook interrupted another attack. Then came the body shots, short, accurate punches that didn't always excite the crowd, but slowly weakened the man standing in front of him. Judah still flashed moments of brilliance, landing occasional left hands that reminded everyone of his dangerous speed. Yet the balance had changed. Floyd wasn't simply surviving anymore. He was solving the puzzle piece by piece. The confidence that fueled Judah's early success slowly began to fade, replaced by hesitation. Every exchange now carried consequences. Every mistake invited punishment. The fight had transformed from a contest of speed into a battle of discipline, and few fighters in boxing history have ever mastered discipline quite like Floyd Mayweather. Great fighters win rounds. Legendary fighters take control of an entire fight without their opponent fully realizing when it happened. That was exactly what unfolded as the middle rounds became a showcase of Floyd Mayweather's extraordinary ring intelligence. The same Zab Judah, who had entered with explosive confidence, now found himself trapped inside a contest that no longer followed his script. Mayweather stalked him with remarkable patience, never rushing, never wasting movement, allowing every punch to carry purpose. The right hand repeatedly pierced Judah's defense with frightening precision, while sharp body shots quietly stole the strength from his legs. The punishment wasn't dramatic all at once. It accumulated, minute after minute, until its effects became impossible to ignore. Judah continued searching for the knockout punch that could erase the growing deficit, but desperation replaced rhythm. His combinations became shorter, his movement less fluid, and his breathing noticeably heavier. Every attempt to explode forward was met by another perfectly timed counter. Mayweather's defense seemed almost effortless, slipping inches away from danger before immediately answering with accurate combinations that reminded everyone why many considered him boxing's greatest technician. The crowd witnessed more than clean punching. they witnessed complete control. As the rounds disappeared, Judah's face began revealing the damage that statistics could never measure. Swelling increased, confidence faded, and the emotional weight of losing control became just as exhausting as the physical punishment. Meanwhile, Mayweather looked stronger with every passing minute. His composure never changed, his focus never drifted. He simply continued executing the plan with relentless precision. The early doubts surrounding the undefeated champion had vanished completely. In their place stood a fighter demonstrating why championship boxing is as much about intelligence as it is about power. The momentum now belonged entirely to Floyd, and everyone inside the arena could feel that the finish was approaching, even if the final bell had not yet arrived.
Just when it appeared Floyd Mayweather was cruising toward another unforgettable victory, the night took a shocking turn that nobody could have predicted. In the later rounds, a blatant low blow abruptly stopped the action and left Mayweather unable to continue for several tense moments. Before officials could restore order, emotions exploded. Trainers stormed into the ring, angry words became physical confrontations, and the championship atmosphere dissolved into complete chaos. Fans watched in disbelief as security rushed forward to separate both camps. What had begun as a brilliant display of boxing suddenly became one of the sport's most controversial scenes. Eventually, calm returned. Mayweather gathered himself, refused to let frustration define the evening, and stepped back into the fight with the same composure that had carried him through every difficult moment before. Rather than chasing revenge with reckless aggression, he relied once again on discipline. His jab found the target.
His counters landed cleanly. His footwork erased any remaining hope of a late comeback. Judah fought bravely until the final bell, but the opportunity that had seemed so close during the opening rounds had slipped away. The momentum was gone, and so was the dream of upsetting boxing's undefeated master. When the scorecards were announced, the decision reflected the story that had unfolded over 12 unforgettable rounds. Floyd Mayweather earned a unanimous decision victory, captured another world championship, and proved that greatness is measured not by avoiding adversity, but by overcoming it. Judah left the ring knowing he had challenged one of the era's finest fighters, even if he could not